Now, to touch back on this thing with the cupcakes, because this is what I wanted to give you. I had to look this up. How many top 10, and I just went back 15 years. How many top 10 teams, just off the top of your head, do you think we played in those 15 years?
Top 10 teams in 15 years?
Yeah, in the last 15 years. Going back to 2010, how many do you think we played?
I mean, a lot of them been the SECs. I mean, I would say, top 10 teams. I don't know, 15.
Okay, and then how many teams would you say top 20? Not ranked not in the top 10, but still within the top 20. So like 11 through 20, how many teams do you think fall in that category?
I mean, 20, I'd say 20, I don't know, 20 something.
Mind you, we only played 15 games, so you putting a lot of numbers out there. But
well, no, I'm saying like over 10 years, top 10.
15, yeah. So in 15 years from 2010, through up to the 2024 season kickoff, we've only played 3 top 10 teams.
Oh,
and then we played 4 more that were in the top 20, but not within the top 10. Those top 10 teams would be Boise State, who was ranked number 7 in 2011. Clemson, who was ranked number 8 in 2013, and then Clemson again in 20. Well, actually 2. Clemson again in 2021 when they were ranked number 3. Hold on a second. Yeah. Now, outside of the top 10, the other 4 teams were, well, actually the other 3 teams, because again, Clemson. We had Clemson last year, who was 14, Oregon in 2022, who was ranked 11, UNC, who was ranked 20th in 2016, and Clemson again. So only 2 other teams. So we literally played Clemson 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 times we played Clemson, they were ranked either top 10, top 20. Then we got Boise at 7, Boise at 7, Oregon at 11, UNC at 20, and that's it.
Oh, that's right.
So in 2010, beat the Raging Cajuns by 48. We beat Boise by the next year. We beat Boise 35-21. Georgia beat Buffalo 45-23. We lost to Clemson in 2013, I think it was. I may have written that down backwards because I believe we lost that game 35-32. The next year we beat them 45-21. Of course, we beat ULM by a lot. We beat UNC by 9. We beat App State by 21. We beat Austin Peay by I forgot to write the whole score. Or Austin Peay by a lot. I wrote down Austin Peay 0, UGA 0, and I know that's not what the score was. We beat them by I think it was 30 or something, 40 or something like that. Then, of course, Georgia beat Vandy 30-6. Georgia beat Archie 37-10. And then about the last 4 because that's basically when everybody started paying attention. So total win-loss record over 15 games. 1 loss out of 15. And we only played 4 teams in the top 10 or top 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Because Clemson was because we played Clemson multiple times.
Right.
So my thing is, do you think that I'm gonna ask this question, I'm gonna dump it to you. Do you think that at this point we've been playing ball so long, we should know how to play ball when it's time to kick the ball off at the start of the season? You should be able and be ready to play football and not necessarily need a warm-up game. Well, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. That's kind of what I was saying about, before we jumped off on this. But I say, we have cupcakes at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season. And what was it? There was a big conversation. What was it? Alabama had their cupcakes at the end. There was a big conversation about the benefit of having your, you were just talking about having your kind of a warm-up game during the beginning of the season as opposed to having your kind of a dialed down couple of games at the end of the season. You know what I mean? I mean, and the meet in the middle type of thing. Your meet of the schedule being in the middle of being in the middle of the season. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, like that Clemson game, like, and even the Oregon game, for example. You know, we started off the season with Oregon, and that right there was supposed to have been, you know, I mean, I didn't really see what what happened. You know, I mean, didn't see what happened. You know, happened with that game, but we took them so handily. But you know, that was a good game. I mean, that was supposed to be a good opener. You know, that was a game teller, like how we were going to be for the season. But I'm with you totally. I mean, like I think we should be ready to kick light the fire, kick the tire, kick the tires, light the fires, first game. And you know, but as like I was saying, I don't know what's more beneficial, having the cupcakes at the beginning or the end. I mean, we got them at both. so I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me. But
I am of the opinion that, honestly, like, when you look at the pros, there are some teams that are just bad, period. I mean, I don't want to call any teams out, Browns, Texans.
Hey, I've got
you know what I mean?
Let me inject something real quick. So I got kind of a thought just now. So, like, do you think, like, possibly some of these cupcakes are recruiting type of vessels, maybe for teams that, or for players that wouldn't necessarily get the look? I mean, I'm not saying it may be, but I mean, if you got some teams that come in there,
how do you mean? Do you mean that maybe somebody coming out of high school, or somebody that they're trying to pull as a
transfer portal or something like that? You know what I mean? They maybe somebody stands out. I mean, I know they're getting the money, right? I know these smaller teams are getting the money to get their butt whooped, which kind of be great for morale. But at the same point, do you think those teams kind of playing these upper echelon, top tier teams, you think that may give them more exposure to move somewhere else? I mean, that may be a catch-22 for the teams, for the cupcake teams.
You know what? I want to say, before the dawn of NIL and everybody having a camera and everybody that touches the field has now got film. I think before, yes, 100%. Yeah. Now, not so much, because if, let's just say, Kirby was looking for somebody to replace a strong safety, right? If he doesn't have that strong safety on his roster, but he's looking because he knows he's losing a couple, he knows the coach's number, he knows where to find him, and he knows how to get his hands on the tape. All he's got to do is just a phone call or looking online. Going online and watching game film, because everybody's on TV now. So there's that too. I mean, you're talking 15, 20 years ago, everybody wasn't, but now you got 32 ESPN channels, and Fox is now up to Fox Sport. I think they got a Fox Sports 3 plus Fox Telemundo. So
ESPN 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Show.
So I don't think that. I don't think so much. No, I just think it's a let's line up a light one, and it gives us an opportunity to go through at full game speed without having to worry about guys getting hurt. But I mean, you don't get Sundays off like that. You don't get Sundays off like that in the NFL. Sundays, Mondays, or Thursdays. So at this point, especially now, since you guys said you wanted to make the money and now you're making the money, put your pads on and go out there and man up. That's what I
you think essentially the plus for, say, the Georgias and the Floridas and the other teams playing the cupcakes are the kind of the practice, quote unquote, practice full speed, and then the pluses for the other teams are the money, basically.
Pretty much, but
practice.
But me, as a looking at it from just a straight up and down, no filters, no flowers type deal. If I'm a fan, and tickets are not cheap to a Georgia game anyway.
No.
If I'm a fan, I don't want to pay $200, $300 to see you beat up on Marshall. I want to see you play Clemson. I want to see you play Florida. I want to see you play. I want to see you play Texas. I want to see guys go out there and knock heads. Georgia. I want to see Georgia football. I don't want to see you guys run over somebody. I mean, after a while, it gets boring. You just watch. When I watch those games at home, and I watch all of the games so that we can come on and talk about it. When I'm watching the games at home, I get to a point where, like, by the third quarter, I'm just watching to see what the stat line looks like after that, or maybe something exciting, or Kirby takes his hat off and cusses, and they catch it in slow motion and they play it going in. They play it. I think there should be an over under on that in Vegas, whether or not the camera catches Kirby cursing in slow motion on TV, because they manage to do it at least 2-3 times a season. My favorite one is Boom MFer. That's my favorite still to this day, and they caught that one in slow motion.
Boom
with the pelvic thrust, right?
Yeah.
So that's my coach, y'all. But yeah, I just don't see any benefit to it, and it's just, for me, it just seems kind of tired. And I can understand why the question is being said. I mean, especially, if it was at the point, if tickets were still at the point where I could show up with my family and pay in total for the whole family what it takes to get one ticket, and we go in and we enjoy a day of football, it might not bother me so much. But it's not like I'm getting on a plane and going to Athens to see a game anytime soon. But you get what I'm saying. If I lived in the area and I was close by, if the tickets weren't so expensive and everything wasn't such a, I'll say it, everything wasn't such a cash grab, I'd be cool. But hey, it is what it is.
Would it like catastrophically affect those cupcake teams not to play these bigger schools?
I don't know. I think with the whole revenue sharing plan coming into place, they're going to start getting some money too. So. Maybe not as big a share, because they might not play on ESPN on Fox, but they may play on Fox Sports 2 or something like that, because everybody plays now on TV. So
I forget about the money.
With the revenue share coming in, I think the schools would be okay.